Hey, pizza heads. The episode you're about to listen to was first released as an exclusive bonus show on our now defunct Patreon page. These bonus episodes were always fun explorations beyond our full-length, free shows that most of you never got the chance to hear. We've decided to rescue them from the leftover pizza vault and re-release them here to our main show feed for all of you to enjoy for years to come. Anyways, we hope you enjoy, and if we make a dated reference or talk about Patreon members, now you know why.
Thank you for subscribing and listening to the Leftover Pizza Patreon. We ask you that you please fasten your seatbelts at this time and secure all baggage underneath your seat or in the overhead compartments. We also ask you that your seats and table trays are in the upright position for takeoff because we are now heading to outer space, man.
Hey man, you got any Klonopin? You got any Xannies? You got any horse tranquilizers? You got any weed gummies? Hey man, you got any Z-Quil? You got any gum?
Any E-Quil, D-Quil, Z-Quil, all the quills. I need it all.
Listen, man, I thought we both knew that I don't like flying. And if I don't like flying, then you hate flying, so I don't even know why you're making the announcement that we're going to outer space. You should be firmly 2 feet on the ground. I should be on this spaceship, but just, freaking out.
Did that come off enough as going to outer space? I thought it would sound a little bit too much like taking a plane flight.
No, it did. It worked.
Well, if you haven't gathered, we are going to space today. It just seemed like it was kind of an interesting topic, and I don't know that it was enough to do a whole show with, so it fits easily in this little bonus portion. So we hope that you enjoy it.
Well, talking about space is going to be a lot better than visiting space.
Oh,
I'll give you that much. It's so dark and cold, and the whole lack of gravity thing, my man teats just aren't going to know which way is up, I'm fearful how everything is going to be jiggling and wiggling up there. So I'll take this basement podcast talk over real space any day. So I'm about to bail on this spaceship right now, so we can just stay here.
Stay here on planet Earth.
Stay here.
So without further ado, shall we get into it?
Yeah, let's blast off.
Speaking of blast off.
And blast off!
Oh, yeah. Drinks are on me.
New Kool-Aid Blast-Offs.
Blue Moonberry. Solar Strawberry Starfruit.
Two of the coolest tastes in the galaxy.
Want a Kool-Aid?
Blast off! Keep your cool.
Released in 2000 in 2 different flavors. Kool-Aid Blast-Offs, Blue Moonberry, and Solar Strawberry Starfruit, both of which I still own. So if I wanted to drink them right now, I could.
I bet you won't.
I probably won't. I have 2 of the red ones, so maybe the red ones I'll hop into.
You should do a dry powder eat on one of them and then drink it the second time, just so you get the full effect.
I'm just going to snort it.
Well, I can't advise that. I don't advise any snorting of anything of any kind. That's my official stance. Don't do it. That's bad.
Good old booger sugar.
That's true. And actually, if you think about it, in space, you really can't snort anything. You can't make a line in space.
That's true. Well, maybe just waft it in the air and just start breathing in.
That's a bad, horrible idea. I think if there's one thing that we can take away from this episode, it's that we know all of our astronauts who are out there doing great, weird, wonderful work. None of them are hopped up on coke because they can't be. Not because they don't want to be, but they can't be.
I'm sure they found a way. They had to have.
Well, hey,
Hey, for
Kool-Aid Blast-Offs, though,
Yeah, for the sake of this podcast.
What a pick.
Yeah, totally. So this was around the time when they were still doing that weird, simple Kool-Aid packet design, where it was just like a piece of fruit in the background, and the Kool-Aid man was like propped up against it with his leg kind of crossed. I consider this kind of the lazy approach, but it's still better than some of the other things we got later on in life. So better in some terms, worse in others, but I digress. This particular set of Kool-Aid, I feel like, kind of pushed the boundary of that lazy approach, because instead of just a picture of the Kool-Aid man propped up with his usual getup and the fruit in the background, here we see this beautiful kind of spacey background, and it kind of looks like he's on like a planet, and there is the Kool-Aid man in an entire spacesuit, basically.
Yeah, he's going full MTV Moon Man. He's trying to give out an award for least coke snorted in outer space. It's funny though. So you're not a big fan of the packets where the Kool-Aid Man is straddling fruit, just in a very suggestive manner. You know, he's just really riding it like a bull at the Coyote Ugly.
I prefer the characters. I prefer where there's like a whole scene going on. It's better in my opinion. But like this is okay too. I think it's still better than what we've already received recently. Like it's just.
Yeah, sure. I get it. I'm just going to go on record and say I do love my Kool-Aid Man in his sexy spacesuit a la Britney Spears in that one music video. What is it? The Hit Me Baby One More Time?
Oh, geez. I can't remember, man. It goes down to the ocean and collects the jewel for her or something like that, right?
Yeah. He's in his Britney Spears suit and he's rubbing up against those fruits. Good for him.
Just finding jewels for Britney Spears.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. So, big fan of the package here. Big fan of the big man. And man, 2000. What a great year. You think they were counting down, waiting for the turn of the millennium, and they're like, the space age. Kool-Aid needs to roll into the space age, literally.
Oh, yeah, totally. I think that they were just like, hey, as long as those computers don't blow up, we're going to be just fine. We're going to roll with this commercial, and everything's going to be just fine.
My God, can we talk about that commercial, too? Because...
Oh, yeah, totally.
Can I give you my initial impressions on the commercial?
Go ahead. I want to hear.
I'm going to spoil it quickly.
Spoil it up.
There are aliens. We do see aliens pop up. And I know you're probably all thinking, like, okay, we're a couple of years off from Men in Black at this point. Very popular. Maybe they look similar to Men in Black. The aliens kind of do have a Men in Black thing going on.
Oh, yeah.
But, like the PS1 version of a Men in Black video game, like how that would tackle an alien is what these aliens look like in this commercial.
Oh, yeah.
And I half love it, I half hate it. I mean, they are very uncanny valley. Like, I know that this alien is not supposed to look real, but it looks even worse than it should, which is kind of endearing in a way.
Yeah. And speaking of Men in Black, like that was one of the things I instantly thought of when I first watched this commercial after so long. Like you said off air when we were watching it, you mentioned all the chrome, and I'm just like, yeah, totally. Like this screams Men in Black. This is totally riding off of that. And like a lot of things did, aliens in general. I feel like that was just something that naturally everyone rode off of, and this is obviously evidence.
Future. Yeah, a lot of chrome. Part of me wants to recut this Kool-Aid Man space age commercial with the Men in Black song from none other than Big Willie Style himself. Maybe I'll do that for our social media. Maybe I'll do that for our Patreon members only. It'll be a little exclusive Patreon video. Yeah, it's going to be on the Patreon by the time you're hearing this, I'm sure. I'm motivated now. This is what I'm doing tomorrow at work.
But anyways, this commercial, we see this group of kids, and they're kind of playing around with this rocket. It looks like it's filled with Kool-Aid. I'm assuming it's Kool-Aid and not just blood. So it's Kool-Aid Man's blood. And they hit the button. This Kool-Aid rocket goes out into the air, and out pops this spaceship, and they do the whole Zordon Alpha thing and abduct kids and take them off into space.
Yeah, that was really popular back then.
Yeah, I don't know who decided it should be.
Yeah, I don't know. Some guy with a plane in an island, I guess, but that's a different show for another time.
So now these kids, they're up in space slurping Kool-Aid with like Kool-Aid Man and these aliens. It's just like this total rave party, and there's techno and aliens everywhere, and it's very, very futuristic, lots of chrome, like we said. I'm starting to wonder, like, what kind of Kool-Aid exactly did the Kool-Aid Man pour these kids? Like, these aliens, it's like a fever dream. Very strange, but also kind of cool.
Well, I have some insider info about. Not many people know, and it's terrible actually. But on the set of those commercials, the Kool-Aid Man himself, he would hire all these kids, and he actually has a very unique way of making Kool-Aid, wherein he replaces all of the water with gin. So those kids are just blasted,
just jungle juicing
blasted
it.
off, if you will. Yeah. He's just jungle juicing those kids in space.
That sounds so wrong.
I don't like that phrasing. Keep it in. Don't cut it. If anything is going to be my downfall, it's going to be on this podcast. I want it to happen naturally.
No, that's gold. I can't take that out. Oh my God, so good.
The Claw is our master. Claw chooses who will go and who will stay.
This is ludicrous.
Hey, Bozo, you got a brain in there? Take that!
Oh no! Sid! Get down!
What's cutting into you, Sheriff?
You are the one that decided to climb into this.
The Claw. It moves.
Oh boy, hey, wow, whoa, oh wow! You like how I start off my segment? I'm very good and very professional. Yeah, very good. Oh, you're taking a sip, a drink.
Yeah, in my Stanley cup. You fucking weirdos are all after these.
Fuck off with your fucking Stanley cup. You know what I really wish that you were drinking? I really wish that you were drinking alien slime drink out of that Stanley cup.
Oh. Where would you get this alien
slime drink? Well, you know, you could get an alien slime drink, or if you're not in the mood for that particular beverage, you could just get a mega gulp cup, maybe wash that down with a supernova burger. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Maybe perhaps a story about toys?
Bingo, bitch. That's right. We're going to Pizza Planet for our second pick here on The Space Show. This is a great pick for a space show.
You can't not have Pizza Planet on a space show. Like as on the nose as it is, we're not doing it without it. So
here's the thing. Now, this is a place that all throughout my childhood, obviously, I'm not alone in this. I wanted this to be a real place. Right. Okay, they did such a great job, especially with Toy Story being Pixar's first big ol' animated movie, not just shorts. It hit me at the right time. I think I was 3 when it came out, the first Toy Story movie. So that was like the sweet spot to see Toy Story, I think, because like the idea of toys coming to life probably hadn't even crossed my mind yet. And the way that they did it where it wasn't scary. You know, I was a kid who was afraid of everything. And so the way that these toys came to life, I didn't go to bed for a month after seeing this movie and think, "Oh, fucking Christ, everything in this room is moving around while I'm snoozing." No, I was like, "Oh, I love it. I love this idea." And Pixar did such a great job with that and with the first Toy Story, and just like putting the experience of childhood and like what kids think, like I think, down into film. And part of that is capturing that time period, the mid-90s, and also committing that to film. And as you know, arcades were just so fucking huge at that time. And not just arcades, like arcade restaurant fusions, like Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese ruled the world at that point. So to see Toy Story's own version of Chuck E. Cheese in Pizza Planet is just, it's always resonated with me. I just love it. I love it to death.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. So much that we actually decided to do a show about building our own arcade. And like the whole time we were doing that, I was just picturing like Pizza Planet this, Pizza Planet that. And like, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, did they ever mention Pizza Planet at all in any of the other fucking Toy Stories? Was it just that one time?
Well, it's funny that you bring it up because I was doing some research because, I mean, the way that it's so baked into Toy Story
Yeah.
and what Toy Story is, you'd think that with 3 other movies plus all these other specials, that they would take a trip back to Pizza Planet at some point. And no, they never did. This is the only time that we actually see Pizza Planet is in that first movie. It gets mentioned and referenced a lot in other Toy Story films and other Pixar films in general. My favorite is actually in Monsters, Inc. when Randall is hopping from door to door and he ends up in a trailer in some country bumpkin town, and outside of the trailer, while he's being beaten savagely inside the trailer, you can actually see the pizza delivery truck parked outside of the trailer. So there's a lot of references and allusions to it in other properties, but this is it. Like, as far as being in it and experiencing Pizza Planet, it's this like 5 minutes in this one movie, and that's all we've got.
Yeah, that's upsetting. Like, I need me a full-on Toy Story, like, side story of all these toys that are living inside of Pizza Planet. That would be just so epic. That's not even to mention, like, the games and stuff that were in there, too. Like, that one where the aliens are, like, climbing out of the dude's stomach on top of the, like... Well, I think Sid's playing that game, and he's, like, slamming all the aliens back down into the dude. That's just fucking awesome. Like, the whole concept is just amazing.
Well, I'm glad that you brought that up, because I did a little bit of a deep dive. I wanted to... I mean, obviously, I know, like, key scenes from this, because I've seen Toy Story too many times to count at this point. But I was like, all right, let's actually collect it and see what was in this arcade. See if anything might have been real or what might have been inspired by real things that they kind of tweaked for an alien in outer space theme. So here are some of the games and rides. There's Scooter Attack. That's one arcade game. There's a different arcade game called Kabuki, Kabookey! Exclamation point. Now that's a side-scrolling spaceship shooter game, again in an upright arcade cabinet. And to me, it sort of looks like an old Atari game. I did a little digging. The closest I can come up with is that this is basically a riff on Atari 2600's Vanguard, where you're just a little spaceship on the left, going through a map and shooting everything on the right of the screen to make your way to the end of the level. What you're talking about with Sid absolutely going to town, it was a riff on Whack-A-Mole, and this one is called Whack-A-Alien, because they made a spelling mistake there. There's another game, which is literally just straight up Pong, and that's called Annihilation, as far as I can tell. Then we have the one that always, I needed to play this game and I never got a chance to. It was called Planet Killer. And you might remember this. There's a kid standing in front of a giant, like massive ray gun, and he's holding it, and it's pointing down. It's like almost a long bobsled machine. And it's called Planet Killer, and he's got a giant ray gun, and the kid is shooting and blasting at whatever the fuck is happening on screen. I don't know, because we never see what's on the screen. But the kid is doing pretty good, because he's got 6 million points.
6 million?
6 million plus points.
Wow, he's going to walk out of there with a hacky sack.
Damn right he is. Or at the very least, like 2 Tootsie Rolls or something, you know? There's the infamous Space Crane, which is obviously the claw machine that all of the little aliens are in. And then the last one that I noticed was called Rocket Ride. And Rocket Ride is kind of like those little coin-op, just moving rides that you used to see like at the mall or outside of a barber shop. It might have been like a horse or something like that. Yeah,
horse or like the Flintstones vehicle or whatever.
Yeah. It was that, but it looked to me like the kid had like a VR headset on. So it's almost like this kid is on some sort of VR ride inside of Pizza Planet, which is really pretty cool. So that's all the games. And now Alien, the movie, is a big reference point for Pizza Planet in general, because Whack-A-Alien, it's doing the chest burster thing.
Yeah.
So you're hitting all the aliens that are bursting out of an astronaut's spacesuit, and he's very clearly in agony. He's hating this. And in addition, earlier at the very top of this segment, I mentioned the alien slime drink. That is being dumped and poured out of what is basically a xenomorph's mouth into the kid's cup.
And it makes the coolest noise.
Garuk.
Yeah. Spot on. Yeah,
It's burned into my brain.
Yeah, as soon as I think of Pizza Planet, like that noise is just there, and like the sound of the drink being poured, like, oh man, I love Pizza Planet. Like, why doesn't this exist? Why isn't this a thing?
Well, and this is where I kind of go on a mini rant, because it did technically exist
Really?
for a while.
Where?
Yeah. Well, I think it might still exist in some form out in Disney in California. But there was a Pizza Planet arcade/pizza restaurant at Disney in Florida at what is now Hollywood Studios, but at the time it was MGM, I believe is what we called that park. And let me tell you, the first time and only time that I went to that restaurant was the first time that I went to Florida in general. It was 2004, so I was in 4th grade. And at this point, I'm 11 years old, and I'm very excited because obviously I've been watching Toy Story for like almost 10 years at this point. So I find out that there's a Pizza Planet. I'm stoked. I'm thinking it's going to be a 1-to-1. The atmosphere is going to be exactly what it is in the movie. It's going to have the movie theater carpeting, and it's going to be dimly lit, and it's going to have a space ceiling with all of the stars, and it's going to have, maybe if I luck out, it's going to have some replicas of the games that are in the movie. It's going to have Whack-A-Alien. We're going to have the Xenomorph drink dispensers. Brother.
I could feel the disappointment.
Woo! I have never been more disappointed in something that could have been, especially at a place like Disney. The creators of this fictional place to begin with, okay? They took the name and they slapped it on something that was more generic than a Chuck E. Cheese. Yes, there was arcades, floor-to-ceiling arcade games, but it was like the worst, most generic pizza I've ever had. There was no theming in this restaurant whatsoever. It was literally just like a mall food court is how it felt.
Oh my God, that's just a huge wasted opportunity. I can't believe it.
And I don't know how, with their resources, their pockets, they haven't made that into an actual place, like a 1-to-1 place, or hell, even take what's in the movie and expand on it and make it even better.
Like, they do this with everything that they own already. Like, Disney's one of the craziest places on the planet, as far as I know. And
yeah.
I mean, I don't even have to go there to understand that. I've seen so many videos, and it's just like, it's always mind-blowing. To think that they have something like Pizza Planet, and they're just wasting that opportunity, makes me want to die a little bit.
It kills me just knowing that nothing is living up to the actual potential of the place in the movie. I don't get it, and I'll never get it. So, Bob Iger, if you're a patron, fuck you for more reasons than one. Make it happen. But I can't end there, Grimy. I'm going to end very quickly, and I'm going to do this for you. This is the last thing
this is for me?
to end on. This is specifically for you. In my research, I was stunned. So, when I was growing up, I had a computer game. And it's not really a game. It's an animated storybook. It was the Toy Story animated storybook. Okay, so it would tell the story of the movie and go through the story of the movie, but you'd be able to like click on things in the scene and they would animate and little things would pop up and there might be some light gameplay. But I bring this up because one of your picks that you actually dropped for this episode was...
Yeah, I was going to do the Apollo 11 25th anniversary TMNT figures, which, I mean, I had them. I didn't have a lot to say about them, so I dropped them.
All right, but see, we got it in. You got to mention it, and I wanted you to bring that up and say, okay, I was going to pick Ninja Turtles, but I didn't. This was going to be a Ninja Turtles free show.
Yeah.
To let you know that Toy Story's animated storybook actually references the Ninja Turtles.
Nuh-uh.
In this video game, you're in Pizza Planet in this portion of the movie. You're going through the scene, and at one point the intercom announces that certain areas of Pizza Planet are giving sugar-coated candy samples, or autograph sessions were being conducted in the main room for, and I quote, young green warrior reptiles.
Oh, it's so good, man. I love it. Love it.
And it's important to note that at this point in MGM Studios, the Ninja Turtles were regularly making appearances.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this isn't just like this was intentionally put in there because there was a little bit of a relationship between Disney and the Ninja Turtles, and they took their opportunity in that particular piece of software to reference to the Ninja Turtles. And they also do it a little bit differently, but in the same section, where similar announcements are made for the completion of just sort of like a Turtles pizza, like something with weird ingredients. So like a dill pickle and ice cream pizza for Mr. Stupid, you know? So
Nice.
there was actually a tie between Ninja Turtles and Toy Story.
Wow.
And it all ties into Pizza Planet. So here you go. You got another show where we got Ninja Turtles in there, whether we wanted them there or not.
You can't escape it. Man, this is the best gift I've
Can't
ever
escape
gotten. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. I did that for you.
All right, so this one, it's kind of a weird one. From 1989, we have Sesame Street 1, 2, 3 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. This cartridge had two games, Ernie's Magic Shapes and Astro Grover. It's a kid's learning game. You know, it's very simple. There's not really a lot of, gameplay per se. It's more like, I think Ernie's is like, he's a magician. He has a magic wand, and there's a hat, and some shapes pop out of the hat, and you're supposed to like match up what the shapes are with the color, and yada yada. It's a very simple learning game. It's a really cool game. It looks really nice. The sets look cool. It's really, really bright, and there's a lot of nice neon colors. I love the music too. The music, totally nostalgic. I love it. This is where it gets kind of weird. Astro Grover is kind of nightmare inducing, I'm not gonna lie. And this game really fucking freaked me out when I was a kid.
Now, I don't think that we've mentioned it yet, so maybe this is a good time to note that this is a game for the original Nintendo NES system. So the 1985 system. So we're talking 8-bit graphics, 8-bit sound.
Mm-hmm.
Not as rudimentary as an Atari, but pretty damn rudimentary. So it's got that lo-fi spookiness to it.
Oh yeah. It already has
you
a
will.
weird vibe to it already, without even trying. They're not purposely trying to scare kids at all. This is supposed to be a happy, nice game for little kids. All right. So in Astro Grover, it starts out with this screen that has like a silhouette of a few neighborhood houses, and they're all in brown. So there's like a UFO. You're in the UFO, and it's shooting out aliens. And then there's this moon on the top left screen, and at the bottom there's a couple of numbers. So like this UFO spits out a certain number of aliens, and you go to the right number, you click on it, and all's good. Now if you fuck up and you do a 2 when there's 3, or a 5 when there's 4, or whatever, it makes the most god-awful fucking noise, and that moon looks so unhappy. He's just shaking his head in disappointment and disapproval back and forth, and this just gut-wrenching, bassy noise just hits, and it is this single most scariest fucking noise I think I've ever heard from a Nintendo game. And Grover peeks his little head up from the bottom of the screen. Like it actually shocks you kind of if you're already in the know of it and don't know it's coming. But then he just looks at you blank, And then he disappears.
With those dead eyes, he
Oh
says,
my god.
"How could you make such a mistake?"
Dude, it's fucking terrifying. Like, I know it doesn't sound terrifying on paper, and I challenge anybody to just watch it a couple of times. There's a video on YouTube where it's just like that sound played over and over and over again, and it's so unsettling. Like, I got goosebumps, legit goosebumps watching it. It's the first time I watched it in probably 25 plus years, and I still get freaked out from it. And like, my girlfriend's sitting beside me, like, this is creeping you out? I'm like, yeah, it's fucking scary. And like, for the longest time, I thought it was just me, but then I'm scrolling through all these comments, and like, the first one is like, yep, I still hate it.
Yeah, and I'm reading your texts back and forth with me, and at one point you're talking about how, and I quote you here, you mentioned it, but that fucking scary ass moon.
Oh,
which,
yeah.
That makes me laugh because I'm looking at this moon, and he's supposed to be a nice, round, chubby-faced little guy.
Yeah, Michelin Man kind of style almost.
Yeah. Well, it's funny, though, because I'm looking at him, and I'm going, well, he kind of reminds me of Mac Tonight, but like Mac Tonight's full moon fat brother, you know? He's probably like fat this evening, you know what I mean? So Mac Tonight's fat brother staring down at Grover, who's got a fishbowl on his head with his dead eyes.
Yeah.
The music, yes, terrifying. I think the thing that unsettles me the most about everything, though, just looking at the screenshot, the houses. The houses, and you know what it actually is? It's that these houses, and it's through no fault of the people who designed them, but this game takes place at night, so it's a totally black screen so that you can see all the constellations and the planets.
Oh yeah, there's stars and they're
down.
all kinds of different colors. It's kind of beautiful in its own way, but
yeah. But these houses are designed with obviously the limitations of the Nintendo Entertainment System's 8-bit processor. And they look very similar to houses in like the Nightmare on Elm Street game.
oh yeah.
Or the cabins in the Friday the 13th game. So your brain is seeing a house, and your brain is not seeing this as the house from Grover's video game. Your brain is making the connection that this is, in fact, a horror game, and the music and atmosphere don't help.
No, not at all. It's completely sketchy. And then just to top that off with all like the music and stuff, like I know I sent this text message to you already, but I legit, the first time I remember hearing this, I remember just throwing the controller and then running for my life away from the TV as fast as I could. And like, I knew it was going to happen later on, but I would still play the game. Anytime this sound would come on and I like knew I messed something up or whatever, I would just hurry up and turn the TV off.
Oh, man. So, as you mentioned, I had the companion game to this, and I had nothing but a great time. I really did. Pleasant experience. I learned a lot from it. Ernie's Big Splash and the Letter Go Round games. You know, we're bubbles. We're watching a little Ferris wheel spin around. We're learning our letters. We're doing basic math. We're having a great time, Grimy.
Yeah. Not over at Astro Grover.
All right, Grimy, I would be remiss if we did an outer space show and we didn't talk about the novelties, the alien novelties.
Little alien
90s,
novelties?
Late 90s and early 2000s.
Oh, yeah, dude. Chock full of them. Absolutely chock full of them. You couldn't escape it.
You couldn't. And I know maybe you guys are listening because you don't have the list that I have in front of me, and you're going, what the fuck does that mean? Well, I'm going to tell you, be patient, okay? All right? So, I mean, what was bigger than Oriental trading back at the end of the 90s? Nothing.
Not much, no.
Well, I mean, plenty of things, but
Yes.
in my little kid brain, nothing was bigger than Oriental Trading. You know, a new Oriental Trading magazine comes around. Well, I'm busy for 2 days. Okay, I've got a lot of circling to do. I've got a lot of things and a lot of scheming to do about how I can order all of this crap in bulk from China. You know, 6-year-old me.
Mm-hmm.
How am I gonna get this mail order in? Okay.
Oh yeah, it's totally the wish book, but for every month, not just Christmas.
Exactly. Oh, and it's actually kind of like a wish book.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you get it. That's a good one. Keep it in. That's good. That's funny. Like the website, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways. But really, I mean, if you really think back, and I did, for all of about 30 seconds today. There were so many little alien trinkets back around that time, like when I was in elementary school. And not only were they abundant, but they were popular. They were like little status symbols, really. The one that comes to my mind are the little vending machine aliens. Do you remember those?
Oh, yeah. We had like the ninjas, and then there were the little opaque
Homies?
aliens. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
Homies, the clown
yeah,
homies.
were there
Yeah,
too.
dude. They're so
yeah,
good.
Yeah, definitely. There was just something to be said at that point in time, especially when you were in elementary school, when you were able to scrounge up like whatever they cost, 50 cents, or somebody would give you 50 cents and let you get them.
Find a quarter.
It's so funny, like how the little vending machine toys were more important at certain times than actual toys. It was we would, I don't know about you, but I would carry those things around. I would shove them in my backpack, and I would be like so proud that I got this little 25-cent toy. These little rubber guys. The ones that I always used to get were painted silver, by the way.
Oh yeah, those ones are cool. No, I totally agree with you with the whole bubble toy thing, though. Like, it's a toy that you got with your own little 25-cent piece or whatever. Like, this is you totally did this. You made this happen, and now it's yours.
That's true.
Seriously, it's a whole different experience.
It's funny because now that I think about that, you're totally right. And I was just listening to the sleepover show the other day that we did, and you were talking about how you liked to feel like you were providing for your friends. Like, and buying these little vending machine toys, it was almost like you were providing for yourself. Like, yeah, I've got that $150 Masters of the Universe fucking playset at home. I didn't buy that. I bought this. This is, I earned my keep with this one, okay? And I'm proud of it, and I'm going to show it off, all right?
Oh, yeah.
While we're on the subject, I did love the ninja ones as well. I never really got into the homies. I think the homies are great now that I'm older. But the ninjas were also really cool. I love those guys.
Totally.
But is that really where I'm stopping with this?
No, totally not.
It's not.
There's no way.
No, it's not. Because obviously the other super popular alien novelty around this time were the blow-up alien dolls.
Yeah. Oh my God. Any carnival that you would visit, you could just go to any of them, pretty much, a fair, and there was surely to be a fucking blow-up alien doll.
I can't even imagine how many microplastics are the cause of these little blow-up alien dolls, just because that's what we liked back then. You're so right about that. You couldn't go to a carnival, you couldn't go to a boardwalk without seeing like every other person walking down that boardwalk, it seemed, walking past you with one of those aliens on their shoulder. Like it was their baby, just throwing it on their shoulders, walking out, or beating their brother with it or something like that. I never had one, and I kind of want one.
Never?
I might just go, no, I think I might go buy one just so I can blow it up and leave it in my office,
Oh, hell yeah.
And that could be good too for carpooling if I buy them right now. I can just shove my purple alien in the passenger seat and buckle them in and ride in the diamond lane, I think. That'd be a good idea.
That's pretty cool. That's what I used to do. Actually, I still do every Halloween with my my skeleton, Jonely Bonely.
Jonely Bonely.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I mean, it's company.
It is company, and boy, do we need company these days. Let me tell you. Boy, howdy. Okay, here's the last thing I'm going to end on with alien novelties, and it's probably my favorite of the bunch. All you people need to look up right now are alien head glow pops. I sent you a picture of these earlier, so you should know what these
Oh yeah,
look like.
I've known pretty well what these were way before, but yeah.
Okay, good. I was gonna, then that was my follow-up question. Did you ever have alien
Yes.
glow pops?
Totally.
You did.
They're fucking awesome.
Okay. Now, did you ever have a full case of alien glow pops at any point?
It's starting to sound like you did, but I surely did not.
I sure did have a full case of alien glow pops. I'll tell you that right now. So, quickly, before I get into my story, those of you not in the know, not in the loop, alien glow pops were the stick of this lollipop was just straight up a glow stick. A really thick glow stick so that you could actually kind of hold it, because the alien head topper and your pop, as it were, that thing was so fucking huge.
Oh yeah, it was.
It was like it was probably one of the bigger lollipops that I've ever had in my life. And obviously it was just the pop itself was poured into a mold, so it had a molded, very distinct alien face. Like, this alien face didn't look like any other aliens in pop culture. It was specifically the glow pop alien face.
Yeah.
And as far as I know, you could get it in 3, I'm going to call them colors, because I don't know that they had different flavors. Because from what I remember of the flavor of these things, it was just pure sugar.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
There was nothing else to go with it. Just sugar.
Just the most sweet, delicious lollipop I feel like I've ever had. Kind of like maybe along the lines of those cotton candy, you know, those round pops that you get at like the checkout of Home Depot, or that you used to get at the checkout of Home Depot.
Yeah, like the ones that you give out for, like, I don't know, school fundraisers and shit like that.
Yeah. Like the gourmet pops.
Yeah, those are the good ones. The
2
good
for
stuff.
$1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that's like the closest to what I can think of the flavor is or was, because they don't make these anymore. But yeah, they had green, blue, and red aliens, and like I said, all the same flavor. So it's not like one was apple, one was blueberry, one was strawberry, or something like that. No, It was all just sugar, straight sugar. But yes, I did have a full case of these at one point.
That's awesome.
I don't know how, I don't know why. My grandfather gave us a full case of these. He loved shopping and he loved getting deals. So I'm sure this guy got like a crazy deal on these and bought like every set of grandkids their own case of pops. Like, there's no way or no reason that we'd ever need that many pops, but he was like, hey, give them out to your friends or something. I don't know. So yeah, I had, a full case of 24 of these alien glow pops for a while, and I felt like a king, I have to admit.
Dude, that's understandable. Completely understandable. I mean, I would feel like a king if I had them now. I don't.
The power, Grimy, that you wield with giant pops, and you are in control of who gets them and who doesn't. Boy, I think I understand politics now, I have to admit.
Yeah. I'm sending you a photo right now, and this is probably the thing that I remember most of all the cool alien lore from back in the day. The Xeno lava lamp.
My lord, how I forgot about that. But yeah, I do remember seeing that.
Spencer's absolute just a specialty, man. Like,
yeah.
And they're insane now. Like, I'm still trying to get a hold of one, but you can't really get them because they're like way too expensive. Like, I'm just unwilling to pay as much as they are right now for an alien that's sitting inside of a jar of water over top of a light. Like, that's literally all it is, but it's amazing looking.
It's amazing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm glad that you described it. So it's basically what, for those of you guys, because he sprung this on me. This is a total surprise. Think of it as a lava lamp, because it does look like a lava lamp, but if lava lamp by way of Fat Man and Little Boy, like atomic bomb, you know. And in where the lava itself would be, there's this little, I'm assuming, silicone alien baby specimen surrounded by green liquid, and it's just it's like a lava lamp. Like you turn it on and it illuminates it, and you look like an edgy little guy with a real alien specimen sitting on your nightstand. I love them. I need that. Shit.
Yeah.
Damn
it totally reminds me of Sid's room when he has the lava lamp with like the little doll heads floating around. Like that's what comes to mind right away. But yeah, it just even cooler than that. Like this is just the coolest fucking thing. Probably one of my end all be all alien items. Like I need to have this at some point.
Well, I mean, aside from alien autopsy, but you know.
Oh yeah, that's a whole other. We could do a whole show on alien autopsy.
Well, we kind of did.
We did.
You know?
Oh shit!
I think last month, something like that.
Something.
Anyways, wow, what a great way to close out my alien novelties section. Good for you. You surprised me. That's a great surprise. Fantastic.
Well, I'd say that pretty much wraps up the Space Bonus Patreon show. I'd like to thank you all once again for listening and for subscribing to the Patreon. It helps our show grow big and strong, and that means a lot to us.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. I agree with all of that. I'm sorry, my head is... I'm spacing out, man. I'm
spaced out? Did you just say spaced out, man?
Well, you know, I'm thinking about all the endless possibilities and, you know, how insignificant all of this is and how insignificant we are. And just the final frontier in the red planet, and the lady with the 3 boobs, and the guy who's growing out of that other guy's belly. Yeah, man, it's amazing.
Total Recall.
It's amazing. What am I recalling?
Total Recall.
What are you talking about?
I have no idea.
Well, you get back to me. Anyways, man, sorry, just thinking about a whole lot of stuff, and I really enjoyed this show, man. Great job. And hey, happy 2024 to you. You know.
Oh yeah. Happy 2024. I feel like it's been like a whole year since we've talked. It's that old bit. Sorry, it didn't land. I tried.
Oh God. Well, in that case, I'm gonna go try making strides of how things can be snorted in outer space. But I'm gonna let you finish out the show, close it out right now, and I just wanted to thank everybody because I gotta run. NASA is waiting for me. We're doing a lot of stuff in that field, particles, gravity, snorting. Thanks for listening. I appreciate you all being Patreon members. And you're going to have to tell me what you mean by Total Recall when I get back. All right?
All right, I'm going to go probably smack some aliens inside of an astronaut's stomach. Good night, everybody.